As dawn breaks, the first light slips through the thin veil of mist, and the endless golden grasslands seem peaceful. But it's only a deceptive facade. Here, every creature is just a single link in the ruthless food chain. Every step, whether forward or back, could be its last choice. And when the sun reaches its zenith, the predator's battle for survival begins. Savage battles across Africa. Serengeti, a grassland stretching endlessly to the horizon. Hot, dry winds lift layers of dust into the air. Herds of antelope flow like an endless river, while vultures circle above, waiting for their chance. Here, life and death unfold side by side. And at any moment, the silence can erupt into a deadly chase. Here, strength alone doesn't always decide everything. Some survive through cunning, through recklessness, and even through sheer ruthlessness. Baboons are among the most intelligent primates of the Serengeti. They live in large troops, bound by a complex social hierarchy. Their omnivorous nature allows them to thrive in this harsh land, from ripe fruits to insects, and even meat when the opportunity arises. They are opportunistic hunters, ready to ambush young antelopes or unsuspecting birds. Yet, in this unforgiving land, they are also prey themselves when confronted by lions, leopards, or crocodiles. They may appear to be nothing more than troublemakers, yet in reality, they possess an astonishing mind. Baboons remember the faces of every member in their troop, understand the hierarchy, and know when to forge alliances or betray others to survive. In several experiments, their intelligence has been compared to that of a human child between 3 and 5 years old, capable of calculation, memory, and even deception. It is this very social IQ that makes them masters of opportunity, knowing precisely when to take risks and when to retreat. Baboons are not professional hunters. They lack the raw muscle. Yet they spread fear through sheer intelligence and cunning. Rarely do they waste energy on large prey. Instead, their sharp, calculating eyes lock onto the most fragile targets. Young antelopes, barely steady on their feet, trailing the herd. Meanwhile, a leopard stalks in silence. It slinks low to the ground, each step as quiet as shadows, sliding through the grass. Before the herd of antelopes can sense the danger, the nightmare strikes. The leopard explodes forward, speed unleashed, sending the herd scattering in chaos. In that fleeting chaos, the baboons emerge. They would never be foolish enough to challenge a leopard head-on. Instead, they wait for order to collapse. Amid pounding hooves and clouds of dust, they rush in, seizing any young antelope left behind. This is their art of deceitful hunting. They don't need the lightning speed of a leopard, nor the overwhelming strength of a lion. All they need is chaos, and they turn it into a feast for the entire troop. But their cunning doesn't end there. Across the Serengeti plains, ostrich nests, with eggs the size of an entire feast, are irresistible targets. They wait patiently for the mother to leave, then quickly smash through the thick shells to steal the rich nutrition inside. Devious and relentless. But their cunning doesn't end there. Across the Serengeti plains, ostrich nests, with eggs the size of an entire feast, are irresistible targets. They wait patiently for the mother to leave, then quickly smash through the thick shells to steal the rich nutrition inside. Devious and relentless. From the distance, the golden shadow of a lion emerges in silence. It moves as quietly as the wind, every muscle rippling with power, each step dissolving into the whisper of wild grass. Only one thing remains between them, and death draws ever closer. In the fleeting moment before the baboon troop can even react, tragedy strikes. A lightning-fast pounce, claws tightening, screams shattering the stillness of the grasslands. The cunning thief becomes a victim in an instant, claimed by the unforgiving law of survival. This is the price of recklessness. On the Serengeti, no creature is allowed to drop its guard, not even for a single heartbeat. And this is the fate of the deceiver. On every African plain, from the vast Serengeti to the majestic Masai Mara, there is one ruler that commands the respect of all nature. The lion, a symbol of power and an unending source of fear. Their bodies are forged for war, every muscle honed, their sense of smell razor sharp, their vision piercing even the darkness of night. Every part of a lion's body is a weapon, from the eyes that track a prey's slightest movement to the fangs that can tear through thick hide. Nature has bestowed upon them the near-perfect body of a predator, and it is this perfection that has made lions the eternal symbol of the savannah. But unlike many other predators, here it is not the mighty males that spread terror. It is the lionesses. They are the true hunting machines, swift, enduring, and masters of strategy. Though lions are not ranked highly for intelligence when compared to primates, they lack the ability to solve complex problems or use tools. But nature has compensated them with an even deadlier weapon, the instinct of the collective. Once the target is chosen, the lionesses spread out in all directions, some driving the prey from behind, while others silently cut it off at the front. Meanwhile, a few lie in patient ambush ahead of the herd. When the trap closes, whether it is a buffalo or an antelope, the victim finds itself caught in a deadly grip. No matter how fast or strong, few prey can escape when surrounded from every side. This is the true power of lions, not in the strength of the individual, but in the flawless coordination of the pride. It is this ability to encircle and coordinate that has made them the true conquerors of the savannah. No creature is exempt, from the fragile herds of antelope to the massive buffalo. All can become targets. Even other predators, such as hyenas or leopards, are forced to yield when the shadow of a lion appears. But that is only the dazzling facade of the lion. Behind this shell of power lie endless trials. For on the savannah, even those who seem invincible must face failure, hunger, and the looming shadow of death. While the lionesses are busy hunting to sustain the pride, elsewhere, the mighty males face a different responsibility: defending their throne. Male lions do not live only to protect the pride. They must also be ready for a far greater battle, fighting their own kind. When a stranger steps into their territory, the challenge ignites instantly, Roars shake the savannah. Dust rises as colossal bodies collide. Claws slash, jaws lock, wounds tear across flesh. This is no longer a simple fight for survival, but a war for the throne. The victor earns the right to rule, to mate, to defend the pride. The defeated is left with wounds, exile, and sometimes a lonely death. On the Serengeti, there is no place for the weak. By the river, a predator spreads terror like no other. Still as a drifting log, hidden beneath the murky waters, it waits for the slightest lapse. No sound, no warning, only death lurking beneath the silent surface. The crocodile, the phantom of the river, the creature that makes every living being tremble before daring to drink. Crocodiles can remain motionless for hours, even days, by slowing their heartbeat to just 2 to 3 beats per minute. This unique mechanism allows them to conserve energy and remain almost perfectly hidden within still waters. With eyes and nostrils positioned high on their heads, crocodiles can watch and breathe while their entire bodies stay submerged. A near-perfect design of nature, turning them into one of the most dangerous ambush predators of rivers and lakes. With the patience of a phantom and the most powerful bite in the animal kingdom, crocodiles are the eternal nightmare of every creature that dares to step to the river's edge. What do you think? Are crocodiles on land still as fearsome as they are in the water? In the water, crocodiles are an unstoppable nightmare. But on land, everything changes. Without the cover of water, every step becomes heavy and sluggish. It is in these moments that crocodiles themselves can easily become targets for other predators. A pride of lions can coordinate an attack, and this is when lions can turn the river's killer into the defeated. Alongside giants like hippos and crocodiles, there is another silent predator. Swift, cunning, and with an obsession for eggs, the Nile monitor lizard. The Nile monitor lizard is the largest lizard in Africa, averaging between 1.2 and 2 meters in length and weighing around 5 to 15 kilograms. Its elongated, muscular body is sheathed in thick, scaled skin, patterned with yellow spots, interlaced with dark green. This camouflage allows it to vanish almost seamlessly into the riverside grasses and the scorching sands along the banks. This lizard is not only a master swimmer. The Nile monitor is also a versatile adventurer. It can dive underwater for dozens of minutes to hunt fish or evade predators. On land, its sharp claws and powerful tail allow it to climb trees with agility, escaping even when pursued. When necessary, it digs deep burrows along the riverbank, serving both as a home and as a defensive fortress. This species of monitor lizard is omnivorous, yet in many ways, it resembles the baboon. Do you know why? Why do I say the Nile monitor lizard is similar to the baboon? It's simple, because both are opportunistic thieves in the wild. If baboons snatch ostrich eggs or seize young antelopes in the chaos, then the Nile monitor lizard chooses a different prize: crocodile eggs. They silently watch the nest for days, patiently waiting for the mother crocodile to leave. And in that very moment, the monitor lizard digs furiously through the soil, devouring the eggs, the future of an entire generation of crocodiles. This is not a hunt of strength, but a brazen theft built on cunning. That is why the Nile monitor is often called the thief of the river. And crocodiles, infamous as some of the fiercest mothers in the natural world, loathe this above all else. Yet on land, the crocodile moves slowly and heavily. This makes it nearly impossible to catch the nimble lizard, which can climb trees, swim with ease, and vanish into rocky crevices. In this uneven battle, even with its terrifying strength, the crocodile is left powerless, forced to watch the thief slip away with its prize. If the Nile monitor is Africa's cunning trickster, then in a faraway land, the desolate islands of Indonesia, lives its colossal relative. A creature that doesn't rely on slyness alone to survive, but spreads terror with sheer brute strength. This is the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard on Earth, a predator that embodies patience, cunning, and a massive body built to finish its prey. It's not a newly evolved species, not a modern creation of nature. The Komodo dragon is a living relic, an ancient survivor from the Jurassic era, a time when dinosaurs ruled the Earth. No need to imagine. A real prehistoric monster walks among us, nearly 3 meters long, weighing up to 90 kilograms, equipped with a perfect arsenal of biological weapons. Its body is wrapped in thick skin, covered in hard, horned scales, armor that can withstand the bites and blows of any opponent. A long, flexible tail, as strong as a steel whip, can knock prey to the ground with a single strike. Its teeth, curved like sickles, sharp and piercing, can slice deep through muscle and sinew. Its eyes can lock onto a target from hundreds of meters away, and its forked tongue, like that of a snake, sweeps through the air, tasting the scent of blood, guiding it straight to the unfortunate victim. In the world of the Komodo dragon, a hunt is not a dramatic chase. The dragon has no speed. It doesn't pursue prey across scorched plains or through tangled forests. It only needs to ambush and deliver a single bite. Each bite is a deadly fusion of chemistry and biology. In its salivary glands, venom compounds cause the prey's blood pressure to plummet, weakening its heartbeat within minutes. At the same time, toxins prevent the blood from clotting, leaving the wound bleeding endlessly, impossible to seal. But did you know that's only half of the death sentence? Inside the Komodo dragon's mouth lurks an army of millions of necrotic bacteria, an invisible force waiting for its command. With just a tear in the skin, they surge in, clinging to soft tissue and multiplying at terrifying speed. Muscle fibers break down. Blood vessels turn septic. Toxins spread through the body, turning the first wound into a gateway straight to death. The Komodo dragon can detect the scent of blood and the stench of decay from 4 to 5 kilometers away. even when the wind changes direction. Like a living compass, it follows the trail until it finds its target. This creature eats everything it can consume, not just flesh, but bone, skin, claws, and organs. All vanish between its sickle-shaped teeth. Its digestive system is powerful enough to break down keratin in claws and calcium in bone, and potent enough to neutralize toxins from rotting carcasses. For the Komodo dragon, nothing is left behind. Everything becomes fuel to sustain this ancient killer. And sometimes, that feast doesn't come from another species, because the Komodo dragon has a chilling habit: cannibalism. A careless hatchling that ventures to the ground too soon can become a meal for the very adults of its own kind. But even as a near-perfect hunter, it is still just one piece of this brutal natural world. Out there are predators faster, larger, and far more ruthless. And you, what do you think of the Komodo dragon? So tell me, if a Komodo dragon and a saltwater crocodile were to truly face off, who would be the one to leave the battlefield alive? Leave your answer in the comments below, and get ready, because next, we'll meet a predator even more terrifying.